girl Shauna Grimm, and welcome back to another episode of Yellow Couch Talk. No, let me not. Let me just stick to how I normally do things. But y'all, I've been obsessed with Keke Palmer's podcast. Oh, this light on my glasses and reflecting it's always bothering me. But I've been obsessed with her podcast. So like literally all I've been saying is, baby, this is Keke Palmer. I need to stop, but honestly, if you know, well, obviously, I'm a podcast girl because I have my own podcast, but I literally listen to podcasts all the time. But if you haven't listened to hers, go check it out. You have to go on Amazon. My voice is so hoarse today. You have to go on Amazon. You have to download Amazon Music to listen to her podcast, and just like if you have an Amazon account, just sign up. But yeah, I really been enjoying and learning so much. Like, honestly, I love the way Keke Palmer articulates herself. I feel like she's so smart, and like I've always loved her. And she's a Virgo, that's a plus. Her birthday's literally the day after mine, but anyways, I can go on and on and on. Ooh, I just got a notification that the Upshaws is back. Oh baby, let me hurry up and film this so I can go watch it. Psych. But okay, so today, guys, I'm going to be reading the quote of the day, but it's going to be off of one of these prayer cards that I got. So the quote of the day is, it is not fear of God what gives you strength, and your good ways that give you hope. And that is Job 4:6. Wow. I don't know what's wrong with my voice today, but yeah, so I was at the Dollar Tree. I'm trying to focus. The camera wants to focus. There we go. Okay, so I got these prayer cards from Dollar Tree, and it's cool because it says woman owned on the back. And actually it's crazy because it says Ashland, Ohio, so I'm not really sure what that is, but that's cool. And I love that it's woman owned. So first, let me shout out my friend's sister Raven. So she just started her business. It's called Sassy Spice. And is this gonna focus? Why is the camera never gonna focus? Okay, I'm gonna insert a picture too, but oh, just look how good the seasoning looks. And her freaking logo is just so pretty and bright. I love the pink and yellow contrast. Like, it's really, like, if I was at the grocery store and I seen that, my eyes would be really drawn to that because of the colors. But I love the logo. This is her fried chicken blend, but she says you can use it on like anything. And obviously I don't eat chicken because I'm a vegetarian, but I'm definitely gonna try this with some potatoes, or tonight I think for dinner I'm gonna make asparagus. So I told her I'm gonna film a TikTok for it. So yeah, I'm gonna link her Instagram below so you guys can go check it out and buy it. She does ship because she doesn't live in Ohio, so she does ship. She sent this to me. But yeah, be sure to support her. Okay, so today's episode, I wanted to talk about, oh, and if you guys are watching the video and you see my finger, it's not broken, and I didn't go to the doctor, so I really don't know what's wrong with it. But about like a year ago, I think it was like a year ago, I was at work and I was dicing tomatoes. If anybody ever like seen a tomato dicer, you have to like put the tomatoes in and you have to like smash them down and they come out the bottom. But I don't know why or how. I guess I was moving too fast and I had my finger under it and I smashed my finger in the tomato slicer. And boy, oh boy, that hurt so bad. I remember it being like swollen and it hurt. But then, what is wrong with me, guys? Please, if you learn anything from me, please go to the doctor and please take care of yourself, because Shauna is just such a procrastinator with her own health. It's crazy. So please don't be like me. But I never went to the doctor to get it looked at. And ever since then, it's always felt like it's hurt, obviously, but like it's really sensitive. Every time I go get my nails done, it hurts, and I'm always like, you have to be careful, please, with my finger because it hurts. And then last weekend, it was the Super Bowl and Valentine's Day in one weekend, and it was really busy at my job, and I made so many cupcakes. I was so busy. I was by myself all weekend, so I was just busy. And I don't know if it was just because I kept using it so much, because I'm obviously right-handed, and when I make cupcakes, I have to like use my whole hand. Mainly, usually only my wrist hurts because I'm squeezing and using pressure, but for some reason my finger was hurting so bad. So I just went to Walmart and got this. So yeah, if you see this, just ignore it. I need to go to the doctor and see what's actually wrong with my finger, but I know this is helping with the pain. So yes, but today's episode, I really wanted to like dive into like God, and I know everybody's not religious and to each his own. I just want to come on here and just tell you guys about my experience and things that I've been through. So when I was younger, I was baptized. I was raised in like a Baptist church, and we used to go to church all the time, and then we just stopped going to church. But I know after my little brother passed, for church for me was always like sad. Like anytime I went, I just cried because I was sad. I think I just always thought of him, which is really crazy. And I think that's one of the reasons too why I never like wanted to go to church, because I just always was sad. Like I didn't want to go somewhere where every time I went I cried. So that was like my younger experience with that. But my adult experience, so when I was in college, I had this class, and it was a religious studies class. So we literally learned about like every religion that there is, and no cap, literally it messed my brain up so much. Like I was so confused on everything, because in my opinion, from learning about all these religions, I was like, they all sound the same, which they are, and I'm really confused. I don't know what to believe. I don't know who to believe in. So that was just like my way of thinking. I was just really like confused. I'm like, do I want to change the religion that I grew up in? What is it that I am seeking? And I really didn't know, and I was just so confused. So I just like I just didn't know. Like I know a lot of people go through this where they have stages of life where they don't believe in God because of things that happened to them. And for me, my family was going through, like, at the same time I had that college course, my family was going through a lot. And I was just like, why is this happening, God? Like, if there was a God, why would this be happening, you know? And a lot of people do, like, I hear a lot of people say that, like, question if God is real. And I just feel like it's really your own journey to discover that for yourself. I know a lot of people are just spiritual, and they just believe in like rocks, or they believe in cows, or whatever you believe in. That is up to you. But I just know now, I really feel like I did a whole 360, and I'm really proud of where I am now and to where I'm going. But it took me a while to get here. It really did, because even when I moved to Ohio, we started going to church, and it just didn't feel right for me. But I did go to church, and I wasn't crying. So I really think that was like a big step. Like I think I just had to sit with myself and realize that church isn't a sad place. I think it was just the emotions that I was going through, the time I was in. It just made me feel emotional. But yeah, but again, it just didn't feel like maybe it was that church, because I know every church isn't for you. Just like if you go to a restaurant and you are a vegetarian, you're a vegan, and you go to a barbecue restaurant that sells barbecue back ribs, barbecue chicken, steak, chicken, it's not for you, love. So why would you go? So it's just like, well, I do still go to steakhouses because they have vegetables, but I'm just trying to get you guys to understand that like every church isn't for you. So me going to that one church, and it just wasn't for me. And I haven't been to other churches, obviously, but I just started to realize that I don't have to go to church to have a relationship with God. Like I feel like it is important if you think to go to church, but me personally, I just feel like it's okay that I don't go to church. Every Sunday at work, I listen to a podcast, but it's a church podcast, so I listen to it every Sunday. And it's great though too, because I feel like so my store that I work at, it doesn't open until 10 a.m. and we're there at 6. So from like 6 to 10 a.m., that's 4 hours, right? So I have those 4 hours to like be with God and listen to that church service, and I can just like be at church but not be at church, you know. But I do wish that I would do. I think I want to like do that and then go home that same day and re-listen to it, because a lot of times in the moment I'm catching what the pastor's saying, like I'm here for it, I understand it, and then as soon as the store opens, I start talking to customers or something, it just goes out my head, and I'm just like, dang, like what did he say? What happened? Like, you know. So I think I am gonna start like doing that, like listening to it in the morning, and then when I get home later that Sunday, like re-listening to it and actually like sitting down and like taking notes and fully understanding what the pastor's talking about. But so I listened to Michael Todd, and I've definitely dabbled in like pastors, because I just feel like, again, every church isn't for you, every pastor isn't for you. If it does not fit, if it doesn't fit you, if it doesn't sit right with you, move on. Like it's okay to not like the pastor you like. If you went to church your entire life and you just, as you're like in your what am I trying to say, and you're an adult and that pastor just doesn't sit with your life, it's okay to go to another church. I'm telling you, it's okay. So I listened to like a lot of pastors before I came across Michael Todd in Transformation Church, and I love the way he preaches, because I am younger, and the way he preaches, it just like kind of, I feel like, in my opinion, it targets the younger crowd. Just the things he say. The one what was it? It was like cuff to cap. And basically he just preached the whole time about like lying, because you know cap means, oh, you're lying. But I just love how he titled it cuff to cap, and he just talked about, oh, like that's cap. But I like that because, and I love as well how transparent he is. I feel like a lot of times we look at our pastors as like a leader, and they have to be like this perfect man or this perfect woman, and it's just like, no, like a lot of people do bad things, and then they turn around, they turn their life to God, and they turn around and they change their lives. So I feel like it's not like, I just love how transparent he is about what he went through, and the fact that he doesn't hide it, because we're not perfect people, we are progressing people, and we need to stop trying to hold people on a pedestal. Okay, all right, hold on, let me take a break, let me drink some coffee, because my breath is not my breath. I'm just a little parched. But so let's go back to when I was in this college course, and my mind was so messed up, and I was just like, what to believe in? I don't know. So yeah, I feel like I knew, like in my heart of hearts, I feel like I knew that there was a God, right? But again, I didn't know what to believe. So for like years, I want to say just within the past 5 years that I've been in Ohio, this has just been my like experience. Have I been here for 5 years? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. No, 5 years, because I moved at the, like, yeah, okay, no, it's been 5 years. But so yeah, I like just didn't know what to believe, and like what I believed in. Like if someone came up to me and was just like, what religion are you? I'd just be like, I'm not. And that's real shit, because it's just like, I don't want to label myself. Like I feel like America does a great job at like putting everybody in boxes. Like anytime you go somewhere and you fill out a form, it's just like, are you Black, white, Asian, or Pacific Islander? And it's just like, why do I have to be any of these? Why can't I just be me? Why can't I just put my name on the paper and just be like, I am Shauna Reed? Why do I have to be like, oh, I'm Black, I'm a female, like I'm just me? But definitely like religion is another thing where it divides us, and I hate that a lot of people aren't open to picking other people's brains to see what they believe in or what makes sense to them. But I'm very like, well, what do you believe in? And like, how many times a day do you pray? Or I just like asking people questions. I like getting their train of thought on anything and everything. But yeah, I was just in this space where I was just like, I wasn't atheist, not at all, because I still believed that there was a God. I just didn't know how much that extended. But let me tell y'all, I don't know if you are a person that believes in angel numbers, but I am. And for me, I always see fours. I always see 444 or I always see 333. But my angel numbers are 146. And I usually always see 146 or 1146. A lot of times as well, I do kind of see like 416 or 614. I always see, well, I live in Columbus, so obviously I'm going to see 614. But 9 times out of 10, I always see 146. And it's not even like I have so many screenshots in my phone, or like if I'm at work and I randomly be like, oh, what time is it? I'll look at the time and it's like 11:46 or it's 1:46. Sometimes when I'm driving, like my car says like how many miles till empty. It says like 146 miles till empty. And I'm just like, that's crazy, because I don't always look at that. It's just like I see that. Or if I'm driving down the street, there's a sign and it just says like 146 or it says like 444. And I just believe that. But again, to each his own. You believe what you believe. But for years I was just like, because this has been years, I always see these numbers until this day as well. But I was just like, why do I keep seeing these numbers? Like, what do these numbers mean? Because I just like, it's no coincidence. I believe it was no coincidence. So for years I was just like, why do I see these numbers all the time? And it's crazy because again, I was like lacking faith. I didn't know what to believe in. And I was questioning why I saw these numbers all the time. And one day it was so crazy, this Jeep rode past. And anybody knows Jeeps are my favorite car. Like, that's my dream car. So anytime I see a Jeep, I'm always like, oh, that Jeep is nice. And this Jeep was really, really nice. I remember it to this day. It was like all white Jeep and it had like red lines down the middle. And on the side of the car, I kid you not, I don't remember if it said like John. I really have to do my research, but it was a Bible scripture and it said like, I swear it was like John, and it said 146, like 1.46. And I was like, what the heck? That's so crazy. Like, what? So I literally pulled my phone out. I like typed in that scripture and I swear I don't remember if it was John, but I really feel like it said, I'm gonna look it up after this video. I should have done that before the video, but it was like John 1:46. And I looked it up and I read it. And y'all want to know what it said? And I'll give y'all a brief, real quick description. But basically, it was like a story about someone, and I don't remember what their name was in the Bible, but they were just like not believing in God, not believing in Jesus. They didn't believe, and it was just like at the end of the passage, it was just basically said that like they believed in God was real. And I was just like, I was too stunned to speak. I was just like, wait, that looks so weird on the video. Oh God, that's funny. But yeah, I was just like, at that moment, I knew, I was like, that was my sign. Like every time I see these numbers, that was a sign to me that God was just like, I'm real, girl, I'm real. Like, stop playing. Like, you better believe in me. Like, no cap. I need to chill. But honestly, I was just like, wow, I was really stunned, because I was just like, this whole time I was just lacking in my faith, and I was seeking something. I was seeking something to believe in, I guess. And the whole time it was right there in front of my eyes, and I was just like, wow. I'm not even joking. Like, after that, I was like, okay, I definitely know I believe in God, and a lot of my beliefs definitely stem from like a Christian belief. It's crazy because I wouldn't, like, if somebody asked me today, like, are you Christian? Still wouldn't say that I'm Christian. Like, I don't identify as a Christian. I just identify as a believer of God. But a lot of things that I do believe are kind of like Christian. I don't believe everything. That's the thing. So it's just like, I really don't know how to define it, but yeah. So let me tell y'all real quick. We got 10 more minutes. So I feel like I've never, even after that, I still didn't really like pray. I didn't read the Bible or anything like that. But last year, towards the end of last year, if you guys, I don't know, if I feel like I probably maybe talked about this on the podcast, but I really didn't. But I really was suffering from, like, it wasn't I guess it wasn't addiction, but I literally would drink so much. Like, I would just drink every day. I was really sad during the summertime because just my own personal issues and things I had going on. And then the thing is, I just was turning to alcohol to like hold me and make sure everything was okay. And that was a problem. But I didn't see it as a problem. I really was just like drinking. Like, I would just come home from work at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and just drink. Like, why am I drinking? Like, I got to a point where even like one of my coworkers I used to hang out with, she was like, dang, Shauna, like, you do drink a lot. And I remember I was at the bar one time, and and I love cider beers. It's like my thing. And the bar that I was at had like these pumpkin cider beers, and oh, I'm a pumpkin spice girl to the heart. But I was drinking them pumpkin cider beers, and the bartender was like, dang, girl. And at that point, like, it's just like little things that kept like happening, and I'm like, dang, maybe I do drink a lot. But still, I was like, I'm not gonna stop drinking. Like, who cares? Like, I love to drink, it's fine. And then one day, I don't remember exact, I feel like it definitely was like in the October, November months. I promise you, I heard God speak to me. It's the first time I ever heard God, and he told me to stop drinking. And I was like, yeah, okay, like, I will eventually, right? And I didn't. Like, at first I didn't obey, and I didn't listen to God, and I kept drinking. And then I did stop for a while. In December, my friend and I and her friends, we all went to Charlotte for her birthday. And I was like, I told her, I was like, I haven't been drinking, because I did stop. Eventually, I did stop drinking, and I was like, I haven't been drinking, but I'm gonna drink for your birthday. And then she was like, you don't have to drink because of me. And I still was like, no, I'm gonna drink. Again, disobeying God, not listening to him. He told me to stop drinking. I can't even give up alcohol, like. But I am proud to say I have not drank anything in 2 months. So all of January, all of February, I haven't had anything to drink. And I'm really proud of myself. I feel like it's great, because I feel like I was drinking because of my mental health, and it was just making it worse, and it wasn't really, it was hindering me, and it wasn't making it better. And I feel like I should, when he first told me to stop drinking, I should have stopped drinking. But again, we are not perfect people. We are progressing people. And I'm really proud of where I'm at with the whole not drinking thing, because I feel like now if I go through like a depressive state, or if I'm sad, I haven't wanted to drink. And I really think that's amazing, because anytime in the past where I was sad and I was going through something, it's automatic. If I had a bad day at work, automatically, let me go get a glass of wine, let me go get a beer, let me go to the bar. And I'm really at this state now where I'm just like, I don't need alcohol. Like, honestly, if I'm sad, what I do now is I pray about it. I ask God for strength, or whatever I talk to God about. But it's just, I feel like I've come a long way, and it's only been a couple months, but just me realizing that I didn't need alcohol to like help, because it really wasn't helping. It literally was a temporary fix. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna drink this glass of wine, or this bottle of wine, because Lord knows it wasn't just a glass. That is so sad. But yeah, that's just what I want to talk to you guys about. I'm just thinking out loud, or thinking in my head. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you have any stories about God talking to y'all or your spiritual journey, please tell me. I love to like hear people's stories. I'm not even joking. Me and my coworker the other day, we were talking for like a full hour about like God and like her testimonies, and it was just like, it was a beautiful conversation. And I just love that, because we all have our different experiences, we all have our different testimonies and things that we've been through. So yeah, if you have anything you want to talk about or tell me, go ahead and slide in my DMs. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode of Yellow Couch Talk. Be sure to follow me at Yellow Couch Talk, at Shauna Graham. Why am I doing this? This is weird. Again, I'm going to leave Raven's information in the description box, on the YouTube channel, and on this podcast on like Anchor or wherever you find, or wherever you listen to your podcast. So you can please go shop with her, because I actually tasted it already and it's amazing. Her spice. If you want those prayer cards, just go to your Dollar General. I would assume they would have them at any, not Dollar General, Dollar Tree, not just in Ohio. So if you're interested, they had like a bunch of different ones. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week on another episode of Yellow Couch Talk. Peace. How long can you go?